Hi, I read a new manga this week, and it's a bit of a strange one. That manga is Rooster Fighter. And now before you ask what Rooster Fighter is about, let me tell you, it's about a rooster that fights. But before we jump into the first impressions of this really cool new series, we have to give a shout out to the affiliate sponsors. Forbidden Planet, Right Stuff, and Book Depository, links down in the description. You can pick up a copy of Rooster Fighter for yourself. It comes out next week, I believe. Or you can buy any manga that they have for sale. Some recommendations I have currently are Chainsaw Man, Record of Ragnarok, Sakamoto Days, and Tokyo Revengers, all of which I have videos for up in one of these corners. So yeah, affiliate links in the description. They help the channel a bunch. Thank you. Let's get to the video. So Rooster Fighter is manga's new underdog series that is just completely outlandish, completely weird, and very bizarre. The story itself follows our main character, who is a rooster that is traveling from town to town defeating kaijus, and his quest is to find the kaiju that killed his sister and to exact revenge upon him. It's a very stereotypical revenge story with a massive twist in the fact that the main character is literally a chicken. The first 7 chapters of the series are in a bit of an episodic format. Each chapter has the rooster going to a different location and meeting interesting new characters that he interacts with. And much akin to a series like One Punch Man, the fights are very quick and comedic because the rooster is completely overpowered and can kill basically everything with one ability. The series is a seinen, which means it's got slightly more adult themes. There is a little bit of sex, a lot of swearing, and this all just adds to the irony and the comedy of this series. Speaking of comedy, the number one thing about Rooster Fighter is the satire. Most of the time when you're reading manga, you're thinking of extraordinary superheroes or people with amazing power systems. A main character whose quest it is to be the best, to be a new hero in the light, like My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer. And then you have Rooster Fighter, where the main character is a rooster. And the whole premise of the series is that this is stupid. This idea is completely ridiculous, and yet it works really well. Everything about the chapters that I've read so far leans into this satire. The artwork is absolutely amazing, which doesn't make any sense because the series is so dumb. Akin to something like One Punch Man, the main character has an ability that just kills everything in his path in one shot. So you're not really focused on the fights that he's having because he can just end them whenever he wants. It's more about the fact that this is a chicken who is completely overpowered and there's humans in the real world watching this chicken fight monsters. The story itself is a stereotypical revenge story. It has a lot of generic tropes that work because of the premise of the story. If this was just a normal person going about getting revenge with an OP power like in One Punch Man or something like Demon Slayer, then it just wouldn't work as well as it does. It's because the premise is so weird that everything else is allowed to be so normal. And this was such a genius idea from the creator of this series because it all works really freaking well. It all blends together. It's a really enjoyable read. You've got a classic protagonist who's going out of his way whilst he's on a revenge mission to meet new people, to kind of form bonds with the different characters, and also to sleep with every female chicken around. And some of the characters we've been introduced to so far include a toucan who acts as kind of a mentor to the chicken. He's kind of this old, wise character. There's also a begrudging turtle that he meets in around chapter 4, I believe, that is just this grumpy, old, kept away character. And these are all character types and character tropes that we've seen before in other series, but it works so well here, again, because of the main premise. Everyone is animals. Everyone is interacting with this chicken as animals. This is an anthropomorphized world. And so you can kind of come into the stereotypes of these characters, but they also reflect the animals that they are. For example, the turtle is super fast when him and the rooster are fighting. And it's just stuff like this that adds to the comedy and the satire of the series. And let's not forget, there are loads and loads of animal puns. Ever since I've played Persona, animal puns are one of my favorite things. They're so stupid, but they always make me giggle. The target audience for this series is clearly people that like battle action manga. Someone coming away from something like One Punch Man would really enjoy Rooster Fighter because it follows the exact same story structure. But where this is a seinen, it allows it a little bit more freedom with what it does. For example, it's not often that I actually see swearing in manga, and this uses it really well because it's just ridiculous anyway. So seeing a rooster swear at a 90-foot tall monster is just funny in my eyes. But then the series takes away from that funniness and that comedy, and it also does deep emotion. In the first 4 chapters, we experience loss, we experience the anger that the rooster is holding towards him. We also experience the idea of hope and the idea of saving people and being thankful to people that help the rooster. And I think this series did that really well, just as much as it did the comedy, which again is completely ridiculous because it's about a freaking chicken. And I mentioned a little bit about this before, but the artwork in this is absolutely phenomenal, which I think is so funny, and it's beyond ironic that an artist and a mangaka that is able to create something that is so well made, but uses that to make the stupidest premise series I've ever seen. It's just so ironic, and I love it. The artwork has really good facial expressions. Again, it's reflecting of the satirical nature and the comedy nature of the series, but also it has a really good grasp of movement during the fight scenes. This chicken is out here backflipping, rolling all over the place, and you can track it very easily through the panels, which again is not something that every mangaka can do, so it's really cool to see that here. There's not many chapters out so far of Rooster Fighter, but from what I've seen, I think this could be a series that could go the distance in making a really solid, ironic series. It's very self-aware. It knows exactly what it is. It knows exactly what it's doing, and it's doing that very well. We haven't had too much character development. We haven't had too much story development because the start of this seems very episodic. Hopefully in the future we'll see a little bit more of a story-based thing here. But so far, I've really enjoyed Rooster Fighter. I was just reading it the whole time, gobsmacked, laughing. It's very entertaining. It's a stupid, weird, bizarre series, but it is really, really well done. And for that reason, I would recommend picking it up. So yeah, that's my first impressions of Rooster Fighter, which you can actually buy coming next week, I believe, from places like Forbidden Planet, Book Depository, and Right Stuff. Links in the description. All of you guys' purchases from those links go straight back into the channel in buying new equipment, all kind of stuff like that, and making this content better for you guys. So really, there's no reason not to. If you do use the affiliate links, if you can just leave a comment down below and let me know what you purchased, and we can start a little discussion. And while you're down there, tell me what you think of Rooster Fighter, whether you've already read it, whether you're going to pick it up, or whether you're just going to avoid it like the plague. I want to know down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be alerted every single time that I upload. There's a Discord and a Twitter down in the description. You can chuck on over there, join all of my communities. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Can't wait to bring you guys more awesome content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.